One of the more popular segments on the program every Friday is our visit with Lou Holtzsh. Lou, how you doing, Coach?
Guys, this is good to be back again with you.
Boy, Coach, you're looking good.
Well, thank you very much. It's just hard to believe that we're nearing the halfway point in the 2010 college football season.
It is.
But as I always say, when you're having fun, time tends to go by quicker than it does when you aren't having fun, because time goes by really slowly when you start thinking about how you wish you were having fun, and those thoughts start consuming you, and you get real sad, so time slows down more than when you were having fun.
Boy, well said, Coach.
Yeah, I don't think we could have put it any better, Coach.
Master motivator.
And speaking of time, we don't have much of it.
Okay.
Webster defines time. Webster defines time as the alternate rising and falling of the surface of the ocean, and of water bodies connected with the ocean that occurs usually twice a day and is the result of differing gravitational forces exerted at different parts of the earth by another body such as the sun or moon. Before we get started, let's get started. First things first.
All right.
Many of you have heard that I wrote an email this past week with my opinion of the most powerful woman in the world. Some have rumored that I recommend she be fired and that she is not helping our country. Well, I'm here to set the record straight and read verbatim what I said in my email.
Okay, so this is your letter to her?
This is my
most
letter to
powerful
her.
woman in the world.
That's right.
Oprah.
Dear Oprah, OMG, I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. I totally love your show. I set my Tim Tebow every day to record every episode. And it's a family tradition for Skip and I to end each day with Notre Dame Fighting Irish Snuggies, Irish Cream Milkshakes, and the latest show. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. You totally just gave someone a house while I was sitting here writing this. That's got to be some kind of sign or something. My favorite sign says, "Play like a champion today." It's pretty cool. I know a guy who knows the janitor who will leave us a key to get in the side window of the locker room if you ever want me to see you. He's even got his own movie that plays on TNT several times a day. Have you ever thought about having a movie made about yourself? If you did, it would be so cool. I would see it 473 times in a row. Hey, don't tell anyone I told you, but Mark May has the hots for you. But you didn't hear that from me. Now, I know that you're Miss Independent, but I can totally hook you guys up if you would be interested.
That's right.
And believe me, he's totally fine with you wearing the pants in the relationship. I show him every day how that works. Oh my gosh, there you go again. You totally just gave a car away to a 4-year-old boy. That is really neat. In 12 years, he is going to be able to use that. Could you be any cooler? There's just no way. Seriously, Oprah, you are totally the coolest person I've ever met. Okay, well, I got to go because Skip and I are about to go get our hair did.
So
Sincerely, Lou.
So that was the real. Everybody's totally misunderstood this.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Everybody has misunderstood this, and I'm gonna reload on my list real quick.
All right, go ahead, Dylan. Get you a little pop off that water. Get you a little pop off that water.
By the way, I love Mark May humor.
Oh, me too. I do too.
I'm Mark May's daddy. Now let's talk a little football.
All right, let's talk it up, Blue.
I want to take a moment to congratulate Coach Dan Hawkins and the Colorado University Buffalo Rockies from the Big 12 for winning Super Bowl 45 over the Atlanta Falcons this past weekend. It marks the first time in history that two teams with 1-3 records collided in the big game. It also marked the first time ever in the history of sports that fans have been dumb enough to storm the field after a win over a 1-3 team.
That's true.
Yeah, Colorado celebrated like they, well, of course.
They beat SEC is what they did.
It was ridiculous.
Right.
Which brings me to my Lou's Leprechaun of the Week.
Oh, here we go. The leprechaun.
Here we go.
It's my favorite.
That's right. Which goes to head Tennessee Musketeers coach Derek Dooley. With 30 seconds to play in their SEC showdown against the LSU Bingo Tigers, the Musketeers clung to a 4-point lead. But with the Bingo Tigers all the way down on the 2-yard line, Coach Dooley made a genius coaching maneuver, stacking 13 in the box. Now, I had never seen this done before, but after the results, you can expect to see it as a staple in most defensive playbooks. I had never thought about it when I was coaching, But since 13 is more than 11, that automatically puts your team at an advantage.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Congratulations to Coach Dooley for not only his Lou's Leprechaun, but also for a great victory at Tiger Stadium against a very smart coach. And for being a defensive pioneer in the world of college football.
There you go, Lou.
Having said that, I just want to take a moment to inspire one underdog this week.
Oh, really?
University of Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah. Boy, it's like every week they're an underdog.
They'll be headed into one of the greatest stadiums in the country, Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbus, South Carolina, to play the Gamecocks. And I just want to motivate real quick.
Okay.
Man, it's simple. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So is 4 plus 1. And since we're talking about all the factors, we can't leave out the fact that 5 plus 0 also equals 5.
That's right.
Not to mention 14 minus 9 equals 5. So does 21 minus 16. But my favorite equation with the number 5 involves the numbers 32 and 27. 32 minus 27 equals 5. One time I was watching Sesame Street and the number of the day was 5, which is also the number of South Carolina's quarterback Stephen Garcia and Donovan McNabb, who is a great quarterback for the Washington Redskins. The Redskins are 2-2 at this point, but if you add another game onto that, you get 5 as well. And men, 5 is the number of wins we have at this point in our season.
That's right.
Now, there's some good news and some bad news. The bad news is we need 13 wins to accomplish our goal.
Right.
But the good news is we're over halfway there. All we have to do is focus, like you do when you go to the optometrist and they ask you what the last line on the chart is.
Yeah.
The only problem is sometimes I can't make out what the last 2 lines on the chart is. That's why I have trifocals.
Okay, good.
They allow me to see near, far, wherever you are. I believe that my heart will go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're hearing my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Titanic reference.
Yes.
You guys must have missed that.
No, I got it.
Greg is not in here. He's
Greg's
our
weeping.
Titanic expert.
That's right.
Greg's weeping.
Man, I know it ain't easy. Life ain't easy. But one thing's for sure. We can take it easy, just like the great Eagles tune says. And I'll leave you with a few lines from this before we hit the field.
Oh, it's going to be big here.
I was standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I got to know if your sweet love is going to save me. Let's go, man.
My God.
Yeah, I like
You're
that.
talking about a motivational speech.
Rick and Bob, it's been difficult. It's been rather difficult for me to prepare for this week's segment. Unfortunately, I took a fall this week and actually have spent most of my week resting and re-cooperating.
Oh, I heard about
Now,
that.
Coach, I hate to point this out. It looks like you slipped down to 4th place here.
I have slipped down to 4th place, but let me tell you something. Something happened to me this past week, and when I took that fall, it happened Saturday afternoon. I walked upstairs to get some buttermilk scones and potato farls.
Oh, yes.
And as I was making my way back down to the basement to watch the Irish finish their beatdown of the Boston College Red Sox, I slipped on a banana peel that had been left on the step.
Oh, no.
The last thing I remember was landing on my head. According to my son Skip, I was unconscious for several seconds. But that's not how I remember it. As soon as my head hit the stairs, I was out in the middle of the roller skating rink with 374 high school-aged leprechauns. Each of them doing the hokey pokeys, chanting repeatedly in unison. That is what it is all about. I told them that indeed was what it was all about, and they finished the hokey pokey and turned themselves around. Then one of them turned to me and said, Daddy, don't you want to turn yourself around? I just smiled, and I turned myself around, and as I did, someone kicked me right in the shin.
Oh, no.
I grimaced and looked down, not knowing what to expect. And sure enough, one of the youngest leprechaun lads stood there. Papa, will you please play soccer with us? I was speechless. But as any caring father would do, I picked him up in my arms, turned him over on his belly, and laid him across my lap. Daddy, he said, this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me, isn't it? I said, probably not. and I slapped him firmly on the hiney several times. "That tickles, Daddy," he shouted. That's when all 374 leprechauns noticed the fun he was having. Each began lining up single file, waiting their turn to get a hiney slap. Daddy, can... Daddy, can you pop me good? One said. Then the next. Tend my hide good, Daddy. I want to be the next Pele. And another. Daddy, I want to have a shootout after a 90-minute scoreless match. And yet another. Papa, can I change my name to Landon Donovan?
Oh, man.
So I tanned heinies for hours, and we played backgammon and Uno until the skating rink closed. And the last thing I remember, we all went for a midnight swim at the pool. It's definitely time to invest in some adult diapers.
Oh, my gosh, Lou Holtzsh.
Coach, hey, get us your okay, though, after the fall.
Oh, my gosh. Thank goodness you're fine.
Must have been out for a little bit.
Oh, my goodness. We'll come back. We'll break down the games coming up this weekend that Lou thinks are of importance, including the underdog #1 Alabama against the number 19 South Carolina. We'll be back. You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show.
Rick and Bubba.
Wrapping things up this week with Coach Lou Holtzsh, another very memorable segment. Now we get into the games of the week. Only got a few minutes, Coach. We'll have to roll through these relatively quick. So what do you got?
Guys, I don't think we put enough emphasis on these picks of the week these past couple weeks. Just kind of put it on the back burner. But Speedy, you are leading 30 with a record of 30-10. You are one game above Bubba, who is 29-11, and then Rick close behind at 27-13, and then Dr. Lou is holding up last place, 26-14. So
yeah, it's close. So 4 games is all it separates top to bottom.
I tried last week because I play to win. I tried to get some upsets instead of guessing the same as everybody, and I came close on 2. And if I'd have got them, it turned it all around. But anyway, so let's go through it.
We got a long slate of games this week. I just chose a bunch of them so that we could just do some pretty quick picks and maybe a couple line analysis. And first game is Syracuse versus South Florida.
Now who's playing?
Syracuse and South Florida. I'm gonna have to go with my son here with the South Florida Bulls because he's the greatest coach in the college football.
What's their record right now, Lou?
They're I couldn't even tell you actually.
Okay.
They're undefeated. I know that much. Let's go down to the Auburn-Kentucky game.
All right.
Number 8 Auburn at Kentucky.
Kentucky beat Auburn last year, sent the season on a skid. Auburn was 5-0 at this exact same time last year. Of course, they had not beaten the Clemson and the South Carolina at this point last year. I believe that they are going to be focused. And because they remember that Kentucky started the skid last year, I like Auburn.
Yeah, unless somebody throws a basketball out at halftime, I think Auburn has the weapons this year to take care of that. Too much Cam Newton, which, by the way, I was looking at the stats. He's like second in the country in passing efficiency. I mean, he is really running up some impressive numbers. I think Auburn on the road here.
War Cam Eagle. They're going to win that game. Got a couple more big ones. LSU, 12 LSU at number 14 Florida. I'm gonna go with the Gators in this one. They're finally gonna beat Les Miles.
Unless their centers found a way to actually snap a shotgun snap, I think they lose again.
Yeah, shotgun.
I know the Gators looked horrible against Alabama, but Les Miles cannot keep getting these miracle finishes that help him out. And I think his luck runs out this week. No offense to the Irish. I'm going with the Gators at home to rebound.
And last game we want to talk about here is 23 Florida State at number 13 Miami. It's going to be a great showdown between the Florida teams. I'm going to go with Miami Seminoles.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah, love Jimbo. He's doing a great job. I think Florida State has a bright future, but I think too many Canes at home.
I'll pick Miami as well. All right, there it is. We'll look at them for next week. Lou, what a pleasure. Thanks for being with us, buddy.
It's always great to be True Sexy Batman Live here. Rick Bubba says I love Friday mornings.
Thank you, buddy. Tell Mark May we said hello.
I'm Mark May's daddy.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.